The next time you need a haircut, think of the barbershop with a grand tradition. Williams Barbershop. Williams Barbershop, proud to serve the entire community of Eufaula. Come by to our new location, new facilities, and see what it's like to be treated in style at Williams Barbershop in the old JCPenney catalog store. There is another choice for making funeral arrangements. Central Funeral Services, located in Eufaula and Louisville, Alabama, with one-of-a-kind staff, thrives on professionalism and meeting the unique needs of families with a wide variety of services. Owned and operated by the Mixon family. Call 687-1060 or 266-5261. Melissa Mixon Smith.
Now for the next 30 minutes, you'll be listening to the most powerful one-half-hour ministry that you will hear all week long. The man of God encouraging you to go to church. And now the next voice that you will hear will be the voice of Dr. L.C. Green. Hear ye, Dr. L.C. Green.
Thank you, and God bless you. I'm so happy that God allowed us to come just one more time. Just like that song, one day at a time, oh Lord, we just thank you one day at a time. We're so pleased to be here this morning. I'm going to ask those of you who know the words of prayer, those of you who believe in prayer, those of you that have a prayer life, we ask that you would pray this morning for Superintendent Samuel Page, grandchild. Pray for his family. Miss Grace Thomas, please pray for her. Curry Jones and his family, let's pray for him. And you just heard Mr. Whitley, I echo what he said for the Lightner family. Let's keep these families in our prayers, and I'm sure there's others that you know that stand in the need of prayer. And if you can't think about anybody that you think need prayer, just pray for me. Because every day I need it. I need it every day. I seek everyone that pray. Let's pray. Father God, we come this morning, first of all, surrendering ourselves to you. We want to say thank you for another day. We want to say thank you for all that you've already done. Thank you for a safe journey. Thank you for provisions. Thank you for all that you've done. And we're looking forward, dear God, to serving you this day. As long as we have breath, we want to serve you. And we say thank you in Jesus' name. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very, very important. Very important this morning that you have a right relationship with Jesus Christ. It's very, very important. Very, very important that you have the right relationship with Jesus Christ. And I cannot emphasize that enough, that you have the right relationship with Jesus Christ. Let me give you some important information. First of all, I'm not sure how many of y'all remember last year at the Nature Center right off of Pleasant Hill Road last year. They had this fishing derby for the youth. And this is open to all children ages 4 through 15. Must be accomplished by an adult. Last year they had much fun out there. There's food and refreshments out there, and whatever you catch, you keep it. And we are encouraging. This is what we are encouraging. We are encouraging some adult to take a child fishing. That's a very special experience when you go fishing, especially when you go the first time and you get your first catch. It's very, very exciting. So I want, and that's going to be on June the 20th. And they're going to start at 7 o'clock in the a.m. and they're going to stay out there till about 1 o'clock. Or if you're having fun at 1, they may stay longer. But now there's a center that's located right off of Pleasant Hill Road. There's a center. That's a nature center that's located right off of Pleasant Hill Road in Barber County. and that's where the fishing is going to take place. That's an organization that was here last year. Brother Scott came in out of Texas and organized this. I talked to him on the phone. But let me give you a couple of numbers, and if you need Alex Smith, number is 334-614-9051. That's 9051, 334-614-9051. And Sister Sandra is 334-695-6182. Or if you want some more information, you can call Jerome Lewis, or you can call me, and I'll try to give you as much more information as I can. But this is boys or girls, it don't make no difference. We want you to take a child fishing. We want you to take a child fishing, and it's open. It's no charge, and it's open to the youth from ages 4 to 15. And we ask that an adult would accomplish them, so an adult can. You can also fish while you're out there too, and there will be food and refreshments. So we want you to keep this in mind. Now I want to also tell you that our local TV channel 97 is still out. Again, I tell you, like I told you last week and the week before, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know, and because I don't know what's wrong, I don't know when it's coming back up. But our local TV channel is out. But at 10 o'clock this morning, you can go to YouTube and you can catch this program. Those of you that normally watch it on and I'm asking y'all to help me get the word out. Those of you that normally watch it on Sunday morning on local TV, you go to Eufaula TV 1. Go to Eufaula TV 1. That's lowercase, all one word, and the number 1. Go to Eufaula TV 1, and you'll be able to pick up this program. Now I'm very excited about Tuesday on Gumbo Live. It's also be on YouTube. It's going to be on YouTube Tuesday. Probably when you get up Tuesday morning, it's going to already be Gumbo Live. Is going to be on there. But my guest is Mr. Earl Gilmore, who's the chairman of the Barber County County Commission. And I interviewed him Friday, and I got it all ready to be aired on YouTube. But again, I tell you, channel 97 is for some reason is still out. I'm not sure what it is that's causing it to be out, but I know it's out. So what we're doing now, we're putting everything on YouTube. We already put it on YouTube, but we used to also use a local channel. But now that the local channel is out, we're still using YouTube. So my interview on Gumbo Live is going to air Tuesday, but our guest is going to be Mr. Earl Gilmore, the chairman of the Barber County County Commission. So I want you to watch it. Mr. Gilmore been serving on the commission for 27 years. 27 years he's been serving on the commission. I want to say good morning to Miss Kelly. Good morning to you. Always Mark. I always say good morning to Mark. I had a chance to go by St. Luke yesterday. I want to say good morning to everybody over at St. Luke. And I want to thank St. Luke for what they did yesterday. They had a fun day yesterday and had the children from the neighborhood there. And we had all kind of fun. I took part in some of it. I took part in the apple bob or whatever that was, but it was fun. So St. Luke, thank you. And I take my hat off to you this morning for inviting the community in. They had a yard full of children over there and just had fun, and they had hot dogs and hamburgers and just gave it to the children. So I want to say good morning to all of y'all over at St. Luke, Allen, all of y'all over at St. Luke, Pastor Rhodes, all of y'all. Say good morning to Mount Level. I want to say good morning to Mount Level. I want to say good morning to Mount Level. And I tell you what, I went over last Sunday to Pleasant Grove, and Charles Beasley preached, man. He preached, and that choir sung, Lord have mercy, that choir sung. So I want to say good morning to Star Baptist and Pastor Beasley and that choir. And I'm sure looking forward to y'all coming to the revival. I'm going to tell you about the revival here shortly. I want to say good morning over to Tabernacle. I want to say good morning to y'all over at Zion Baptist. Wash Williams, good morning to y'all. Good morning to y'all. Rocky Mount, John Page, and all of you over there, Pastor, all of y'all over at Rocky Mount. I want to say good morning to you. I want to say good morning to you. George White and your family, good morning to all of y'all. I want to say good morning. And I want y'all to continue to keep me in prayer as I continue to keep you in prayer. We need to pray one for another. We need to pray one for another. But the gift for you and your family, good morning to y'all, the whole staff over at Central Funeral Home. We want to say good morning to you, my friend, Brother Woody. Good morning to you and Mr. Sanford over at that funeral home over at Sanford and Son. We want to say good morning to you. And I'm glad that we're big enough that we can talk about more than one place. Be big enough, and I like the theme of Central Funeral Home. It simply says there's another choice. There's another choice. And that's what it is. It's another choice. It's another choice. So I want to say that to you. I want to remind you about a ministry that's here in town. That's a Bible study ministry. It's a Bible study. If you know somebody that's not going to church, for whatever reason they don't go to church, for whatever reason they don't go to church, but you think they still may be interested in learning about God and learning about God's Word, then there's a ministry here. Now understand this. This is a ministry. It's not a church. It's a Bible study ministry. And it's called Higher Ground Ministry. And that's what it is. It's a ministry. It's a Bible study ministry. It's not intended to be a church. It's not intended to be a church. But it's for the unchurched. It's for folks who are not going to church nowhere. For whatever reason they're not going. I think it's time for us to stop trying to worry about the reason. Just deal with the folks that's not going. And see what we can put God's Word in them. And once you get God's Word in folks, then maybe they will start going. And this flexible hours, this is a ministry that God has placed on my heart. And I'm working this ministry, and I work around your schedule. You call me, make an appointment, and I'll see you. I'll see you one-on-one. I'll see you with your family. I'll see you with your friends. However you want to come to have Bible study. Now this is all I need you to do. This number, 334-232-4428. 334-232-4428. That's the number that you call if you're interested. If you're interested in having Bible study and you don't go to church. I tell folks that if you belong to a church, you need to go to Bible study at your church. Higher Ground Ministry is not for you. Higher Ground Ministry is for those who don't go to church. You know, you got some people want to go to this Bible study and that Bible study. I believe that you ought to go to one Bible study. You ought to go to the Bible study that your shepherd is doing. I don't think you ought to go to all these different Bible studies. That's of the devil. The confusion set in. Confusion is set in. So, but if you don't belong to a church, again, if you belong to a church, you need to go to your church, where your shepherd is there, where God has prepared something, to give your shepherd something to feed you. So you go there. But if you don't have a church, and if you know somebody that don't have a church, you know, you got some folks that don't go to church, but they're always talking about the Lord. They don't go to church nowhere for whatever reason, hypocrite, whatever reason, they don't go. But if you know somebody like that, tell them to give me a call, 334-232-4428. And that's anybody under the sound of my voice. And if you're listening on YouTube and you want to come to Eufaula and you want to have Bible study, please give me a call. That's 334-232-4428. Just give me a call. I told you last week, and I had a chance to talk to Mr. Jim Gifford and told him, I gave him the message that James Thomas is talking about this Boston butts. They're getting ready to have a Boston butt and rib sale, and they having chicken and all that, and that's going to be the 2nd and the 3rd of July is when the Boston. But they want you to pre-order. They want you to call now. They want you to. I don't. Somebody asked me the price. I don't have a price. They deliberately didn't give me a price for some reason, but they want you to call them. They want you to call them. James Thomas' number is 334-355-1950. And Hermie Chambers' number is 334-695-1030. Now they think that they can cook some Boston butts. They say they can cook some Boston butts. When I told Mr. Jim about it, he just smiled and said, "Let them cook it." Because I'm just telling you that there's some good Boston butt cookers around, and the Buffalo Soldiers say that they're the best. So we need to give them a chance to prove that. Now, I want to tell you about the revival that's coming up to Eufaula Community Center, June the 8th through the 11th at 7 p.m. each night. And it's called a Let's Heal Revival. Let's Heal Revival. And your mind, your body. Let's heal the community. Let's heal our relationships. Let's, whatever it is, whatever area that you think we need to be healed in. Pastor Randy, and you can watch Pastor Randy on YouTube. You can go to Eufaula TV and pull up Pastor Randy, and you can get a chance to hear him as he do his Bible study on YouTube. You go there and get Pastor Randy. Well, Pastor Randy and his family is coming to Eufaula from South Haven, Mississippi. They're coming to the community center over here in Eufaula, and all of you are invited to come. That's June the 8th through the 11th. June the 8th through the 11th at 7 p.m. each night. June the 8th through the 11th. June the 8th through the 11th, that's Eufaula Community Center. So we're asking those of you who would come. We are looking to have a special guest choir each night, and some churches are still working on it, but I know Star Baptist said that they would be there. Tabernacle would be there. I think Tabernacle will be there Thursday night. I'm not sure what night Star Baptist be there. Zion Baptist is going to be there. So I want you to come. I want you to come and hear this man of God as he take us through the Bible, and he's going to explain what the Bible says about healing. And I'm going to have preachers there that be willing to have prayer with you if you so desire to have prayer. If you so desire to have prayer. But whatever you're struggling with, whatever you're going through, I can assure you that the Bible has an answer. I can assure you that the Bible has an answer. If you have a bad relationship and you need your relationship healed, but then you ought to come to the community center on June the 8th through the 11th at 7 p.m. because the revival is called Let's Heal Revival. And I've been talking to Pastor Randy. A good friend of mine from South Haven, Mississippi, and he's going to take us through the Bible and explain to us how to get healed. He's going to explain to us how to get healed, how to get healed. So he's not making no promises about anything, but he's going to tell us, according to God's word, how to get healed in whatever area. Some of you are having trouble financially. You need your finance healed. Well, this is the way to do it. God has an answer for all of our problems. That's why I encourage you so much every time I get a chance I encourage you to go to church. Because whatever you're going through, the answer is already there. Some of you say, well, I don't know which way to go. I don't know which way to turn. Well, the Bible is the answer. The Bible is a roadmap for life. The Bible is a roadmap for life, and it can tell you not only which way to go, but how to get through whatever you're going through. Some of us are going through things. Some of us, our bodies are not what it's supposed to be. We got sickness and stuff in our body, and I'm telling you that there's a word from God that deals with sickness. There's a word from God that deals with sickness. And if it was not so, I wouldn't come on here all the time and tell you, let's pray for so-and-so. You know, I started off this morning by telling you, I gave you a prayer list this morning. I told you about Superintendent Samuel Page, got a grandchild in the hospital. I told you about Miss Grace Thomas. Miss Grace Thomas is in the hospital. Curry Jones and his family got their baby in the hospital up in Atlanta. And believe it or not, that there's an answer that I would like to tell a Lightner family. that when death comes and there's a hurt, I want to tell you about somebody that's able to mend your broken heart. Somebody that's able to take the joy, the happiness that you feel. I know you're feeling sad now. You're even hurting now. That's why I want to point you towards Jesus the Christ. That's why it's important, my brothers and sisters, that you go somewhere and you get the Word of God. You got to go somewhere where you can get the Word of God. You got to be taught the Word of God on a continuous basis. You just can't hit it in this. You just can't go sometime. You got to go on a continual basis where you can get the Word of God. The devil don't stop. The devil stays on you all the time. So I don't see how you think you can just get God's Word part-time. So you got to go, my brothers and sisters. Did I tell you about this beautiful weather and it's a good time to go down to Mr. Henry's and get your car wash? It's a good time to go down to Mr. Henry's and get your car wash. This beautiful weather is so pretty outside. So pretty outside now. That you can go down there and they can get your car looking as good as the weather. I know we had some rainy nights, but we had some beautiful days, and so you can go down there. I went yesterday. I went down to Cat's Cakes and More. I want y'all to know about that. Right across from Jazzy Bone, right across from the police station downtown, and they got more than just cakes and cookies. They got tacos, and they got hot dogs, and they got chili dogs. And me and Miss Gloria sit there and we talked yesterday, and we had a great experience yesterday. Customers are something. I tell you, we had a great experience yesterday. So once y'all give them, I think they close on Monday and Tuesday. I think they close on Monday and Tuesday, and I think they close on Monday and Tuesday, and they're open Wednesday through Saturday. So you want to run by there and get you some good tacos, and get you some tacos, and get you some good tacos, and get you not only some tacos, but you can get you some. They have some cookies, and they have cookies, and they have cake, and they have cake by the slices. You don't have to get a whole cake. You can get it by the slice. I tell you what, if you don't take your diabetes medicine, don't go in there. Don't go in there if you ain't took your diabetes medicine. If you take your diabetes medicine, I want you to know it's going to work you. It's going to make it work. It's going to make it work. I tell you the truth. That's Cat's Cakes and More up here, and you follow. If y'all passing through, you follow. And you want somewhere to go to get you some good old baked goods, you go by there. Again, I want to tell you about the fishing derby, the youth fishing derby on June the 20th. At the Nature Center right off of Pleasant Hill Road. I remember last year talking to Mr. Scott about this. And I know them children, there about 100 and some children went out there last year. And some of them went out there for the first time. But what I'm trying to get y'all to do is, I'm trying to get the adults to take a child out there. They're asking from ages 4 to 15. But now I'm going to tell you something that I know. If you're over 15 and you go out there, they're not going to turn you around. If you want to go out there and take part in this fishing, you want to take part in this fishing derby, they're not going to turn you around. So go out there. I told you about the revival. I told you about the Let's Heal revival, June the 8th through the 11th. I want you to come. I want you to come. I want you to support this. I want you to support this. Pastor Randy and his family is coming in from South Haven, Mississippi. And I want you to come out. I want you to support that. I want you to support that. And I want you, my brothers and sisters. I want you to go. I want you to go to church somewhere. I want you to go to church somewhere. Everybody at the sound of my voice ought to be somewhere where you can get an understanding of God's word. My brothers and sisters, let me tell you, with the day and time that we live in right now, If you are not solid in God's word, you're going to be overtaken. In the day and age that we are living in right now, I'm talking about right now. I ain't talking about tomorrow. I'm talking about right now. If you are not solid and grounded in God's word, you're going to be overtaken. If you are not solid in God's word, you're going to be overtaken by this world. This world is throwing so much stuff at us on every turn. Every time we turn around, this world is throwing something at us. And the world is just doing what the world does. And so any of us get mad. The world is doing what the world does. And so what we got to do what we need to do in order to survive this thing. The Bible declares, greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. The world has no business overcoming you. You ought to overcome the world. The world has no business getting the best of you. You need to get the best of this world. But my brothers and sisters, you can't do it. You can't deal with this world with the flesh. You can't fight this world with the flesh. You cannot fight this world with the flesh. You won't win. You won't win, my brothers and sisters, if you try to use the warfare is a spiritual warfare. And if you're going to fight a spiritual war, you got to fight it with the Spirit. And so the only way we can overcome this world with Satan is running wild. Satan is running wild. Folks don't want to tell you that, but that's why this world is like it is. He's the prince of this world. And he's running wild. And so the only way that you can survive, the only way, if you're the head of your family, the only way your family can survive, you got to be well grounded, well rooted. You got to have the Holy Spirit dwelling inside of you. You got to be soaked in God's word. Say the word became flesh. The word was with God, and the word became flesh and dwelt among us. And now the Holy Spirit is dwelling in us. Help me get the word out, my brothers and sisters, that there's a lot of folks that watch this program on local TV, Channel 97 at 10 o'clock. Channel 97 is still out. Help me get the word out, please. Channel 97 is still out, and I don't know when it's coming back. But we're on YouTube, so you don't have to miss this program. And you can pull it up at any time. But I know at 10 o'clock this date, this particular program will be on YouTube at 10 o'clock, and you can pull it up, and you can join us as we actually request for these different prayer. We ask the request for these different families, and you can pull it up. You can pull it up at 10 o'clock. And Tuesday, probably by the time you wake up Tuesday morning, is Gumbo Live is going to be on YouTube. And that's going to be Mr. Earl Gilmore is our special guest. So I ask that you would do that and support the churches. There are so many churches in town, and you can't tell me that there's not one church in town that meets your needs. Y'all go to church. Go to church where you can be instructed about how to prepare for this life and how to prepare for the life to come. In Jesus' name, amen.
Pastor Green reminds all of us to go to church next Sunday. This program can be seen on Eufaula TV 99 on Sundays at 10:30 a.m. and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. It can also be viewed on YouTube at Eufaula TV 1 channel on Monday night. The next time you need a haircut, think of the barber shop with a grand tradition. Williams Barbershop. Williams Barbershop, proud to serve the entire community of Eufaula. Come by to our new location, new facilities, and see what it's like to be treated in style at Williams Barbershop in the old J.C. catalog store. There is another choice for making funeral arrangements. Central Funeral Services, located in Eufaula and Louisville, Alabama, with one-of-a-kind staff, thrives on professionalism and meeting the unique needs of families with a wide variety of services. Owned and operated by the Mixon family. Call 687-1060 or 266-5261. Melissa Mixon Smith, Licensed Funeral Director.